All right. Ladies and gentlemen, like I mentioned, you're in for a great time. So again, if you have cell phones, which most of you do, please turn those off. And when I bring up your acts, give them lots of love, right? When I announce their name, just go crazy. We're gonna have a killer time. We're gonna start off right now. How about a warm welcome for Emma Wilkie?
Thank you, Montreal, Memphis, God, my parents. Yeah, thank you. Good start. All right, cool. Man, did you guys see the frozen barf on the ground outside? It was Nuit Blanche last night. I was like, that's an awesome way to fill potholes in Montreal. Very seasonal, but that's cool. Dude, Montreal is the only city I can bike to work with like a cigarette in one hand and a beer in the other hand. And then my phone rings in one hand, and so I'm like, cigarette and phone in one hand and the beer in the other hand. And then I get a ticket for impersonating a police officer. Welcome to Montreal. I'm not from here originally, I'm from Vancouver. But I moved here for a reason, you know? Like, Vancouver is a place where, like, people walk around with dogs in their purses, okay? People go to Starbucks instead of having children. Dude, and they murder people when their hockey team doesn't win. And when it does win. And here we murder people for nothing at all. And we pack them into suitcases and send them back to Vancouver. Man, no, I love this city a lot, man, because it's bilingual. And there's something really special about living in a city where like 50% of the people don't quite understand what you're saying. Okay? I used to live with this guy and he was like completely francophone, but his kids were totally bilingual. One of his kids introduced me to his real mom one day by saying, "Salut maman, voici ma belle-mère." And I literally thought that meant, "Hey regular mom, this is my pretty mom." So I started thinking French was awesome at that point. Dude, I love this city so much, but I started making up my own laws to life here, you know, like based on laws that you should know about. Like, they say that you shouldn't stick a knife into a toaster, right? Also, you probably shouldn't stick a knife into a police officer. They say you shouldn't run with scissors. Also, probably just never run. Makes you look foolish, and if you do run, you better be fucking really good at running, and you better win those marathons. And you know what's at the end of a marathon? Big tape that you have to cut through with scissors. So you better be running with scissors. They say friends don't let friends drink and drive. Also, boyfriends should not be able to choose their girlfriend's Halloween costumes. And boyfriends should not be able to ask me to cut a hole in my Halloween costume because he wants to have sex with me in it. Especially if my Halloween costume is just me dressed up as my best friend. It's a weird city we live in. Like, you know Bill 101 here? It's the law that makes French signs have to be presented 30% bigger in French than in English. That doesn't make any sense to me, man. It's, you know, it's not like French people stand 30% further away from signs. Okay? 30% bigger doesn't actually make it more legible. It's not like some English guy who doesn't speak French is going to look at a sign and suddenly understand it because it's written bigger than the language that he actually speaks. That's like yelling at a deaf person? 30% bigger, it doesn't make it more legible, okay? Like, it's not like a Polish person is going to move to Montreal and be like, I'm only going to learn one of your official languages, it's going to be the first language I see. Oh, French, there you go, oh, fuck you, English. And he only learns French, and he moves here with his family, and they all learn French only, and they start a Polish restaurant that only serves Polish food, and gets super popular, and then he gets arrested because the French police don't know what pierogies are. Turns out they're just inside-out poutine. It's a weird place, man, that we live in. I try to be good, though, here. I tried to donate blood a while ago, and there's this form that you have to fill out, and one of the questions is, have you had sexual relations with more than one person in the last 12 months? And I was like, yup. And they were like, we're sorry, you can't donate blood because of this. And I was like, really? Actually, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was too much of a slut this year to save somebody's life. I'm sorry, little girl in a shark attack. I'm sorry, man dying of leukemia that I went to a swingers party and tried meth once. Then I would rather do that than for you to live. I'm sorry. Do you guys watch porn? No, okay, more specific question. Do you guys send links to porn to your friends? Okay, not your friends. Like someone that you're involved with? You're sending, okay. This is what happened to me. We're sending links back and forth. And he sends me this link, but the title is throwing me off because it's like, fat, chubby, loves to fuck. And I'm like, dude, like I don't remember you kind of being into this sort of porn when we first met. Are you calling me fat or something? Like, and he's like, no, it's just the title. It's just the title. I just think her, the way she moves, it's very erotic, and the folds, and and I was like, okay, whatever. Next title: fat fuck loves to fuck upside down in Australia. Dude, okay, give me a break, okay? If the tables were turned, if I started sending you porn that was like, alcoholic man falls asleep during blowjob. No, man, no, it's just the title. It's just the title. I just thought it was very right. It's hot when you do that. Unemployed man gets distracted by Facebook while waiting for his Cialis to kick in. I would totally watch that video. Man, I told my mom that joke. And she was like, oh honey, you should tell more jokes about me. And I was like, Mom, I ride to work with a beer in my hand. I'm an alcoholic. I watch porn in the middle of the day. And my boyfriend is probably your age. These are all jokes about you.